Welcome to this MOZA Racing MFY Yoke review. Today we're taking a look at one of the most immersive airline flight simulation setups currently available. And honestly, the first thing you notice with the MFY Yoke is the flight controls. Everything feels solid, smooth, and premium right away. The handles feel comfortable during long flights, the buttons have a satisfying click, and the overall design feels heavily inspired by real commercial airliners. But where the MFY really impressed me was during takeoff. The second you line up on the runway and start adding thrust, the experience instantly feels more dynamic. You can feel the aircraft building speed, the controls gradually becoming lighter with airflow, and subtle runway vibrations through the yoke. Then during rotation, everything feels incredibly smooth and natural. You slowly pull back on the yoke, the nose starts lifting, and instead of feeling artificial resistance, the movement feels believable and fluid. Especially in larger airliners, that added feedback makes a massive difference. The aircraft feels heavier, more connected to the ground, and way more realistic overall. Landing also becomes much more precise because you're constantly feeling what the aircraft is doing through the controls. Crosswind corrections feel smoother, flare feels easier to judge, and small adjustments become much more natural. But the moment where this yoke truly starts feeling like a real airline setup is when autopilot gets involved. Because unlike most standard yokes, the MFY physically moves together with the aircraft. The second autopilot starts making corrections, the yoke reacts automatically. When the aircraft banks into a turn, the yoke turns with it. When the aircraft trims during climb or cruise, you can physically feel those small adjustments happening in real time. And honestly, that detail alone adds a huge amount of realism, because that's exactly how it works in real commercial aircraft. Normally in home simulators, autopilot feels completely disconnected from the controls. You activate it, and physically nothing changes. But with the MFY, everything suddenly feels connected. The aircraft feels active, the cockpit feels alive, and the simulator starts feeling much closer to real aviation. You begin noticing trim behavior more naturally, and even small autopilot corrections become visible directly through the yoke itself. It sounds like a small feature, but during longer flights, it completely changes the immersion.